Let's talk about verb tenses. Verb tenses tell us when an action or event occurred. The three main verb tenses are past, present, future. Past tense verbs tell us about events or actions that have already happened. These verbs usually end in ed. Last night, I dreamed I was an alien. I missed the meteor shower. Present tense verbs tell us about events or actions that are happening right now. I see a shooting star. We welcome you in peace. Future tense verbs tell us about events or actions that have not happened yet. They usually include the helping verbs will or shall. I will go to Mars someday. We will examine that spaceship soon. Okay, now that we know about past, present, and future tense, let's put it into action. Let's take the action verb grin. First, here's a sentence with grin in the present tense. That alien grins a lot. Okay, good. Now what would be the past tense of grin? Let's add ed. There we go. Grinned. That alien grinned when he saw me. Now let's take grin and make it future tense by adding will. I will grin for joy when our spaceship arrives home. Now let's do the verb land. Here's an example of using the present tense of land. Tiny meteorites land on Earth every day. Fill in the blank with the past tense version of land. Remember, try adding ed. Good. Humans landed on the moon for the first time in 1969. Now fill in the blank with the future tense version. Remember to add will to the present tense form. Very good. Our spaceship will land in 2 hours. Great job. Let's do one more, then we'll talk about irregular verbs. Invent. Present tense is invent. People invent new things every day. So what's the past tense? Good. Invented. John Logie Baird invented the television. Okay, so what's the future tense? Will invent. Someday, I will invent a robot to do my homework. Some verbs don't follow the normal rules for past tense. These are called irregular verbs. There are a lot of irregular verbs, but let's look at a few examples. You probably already know a lot of these. Fly. For present tense, you would say, strange planes fly outside my window. But for past tense, you would say, a strange plane flew outside my window last night. I'm not so sure that's a plane, though. Another example is lose. What would you put in this blank? In 1972, an astronaut lost his wedding ring in space. This is actually a true story. The astronaut's name was Ken Mattingly. Even more amazingly, 7 days later, another astronaut noticed it floating in space and was able to grab it. Our lesson is almost over. Let's look at just a few more irregular past tense verbs. In the present, we dig holes, but in the past, we dug holes. The past tense of speak is spoke. The past tense of buy is bought. Go ahead and read these last few on your own. Good job! That's everything we are going to learn today about past, present, and future tense. Thank you for listening.